If you're watching this, you have made it to the dark side of Dungeons and Dragons. Actually, more the noob side of Dungeons and Dragons, but welcome to Misfit Adventures. As usual, if you go down into the description and visit our friends at minimegastore.com, you can use the code MISFITS, all capitals, for 10% off all of your RPG tabletop gaming needs, books, models, dice, playmats, etc., etc., etc. And as for tonight, let's go and meet the Misfits.
Like at church.
Okay, so episode 22. Those little ducks are rocking. Making your way back to New Serene, you stop by your home and set up for a long night's sleep. Collecting your money and checking on Screech. You wake up and then set off the following morning into the market to buy new stabby things. An A55 set up for his body parts to be molded and ready to fit. You then visited Governor Constantine, who assured you that his trip with the Feathered Brotherhood was very pleasurable, and that they did him no harm. But unfortunately, Constantine has contracted a disease, which you later found out was called the Malicore, from a water elemental. Dunkus being the Wikipedia of Tier 3D and filling in the holes later on. And that's pretty much it.
So we were thinking about heading straight to the Feathered Brotherhood camp, weren't we? I seem to recall. Or did we get there?
We saw the Feathered Brotherhood camp because it was being built. I thought we were deciding to go to Dunkus because the Constantine's ailment was more bigger priority than dealing with the Feathered Brotherhood, because we can deal with those anytime.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, we found out that we can't do anything, only slow it down by praying to
one of the shrines. Yeah.
And that's where we decided to go see the Feathered Brotherhood afterwards to see if anyone else suffered from their clan.
Okay, let's go Feathered Brotherhood then.
Pretty much.
Okay. So you leave Dunkus's village after you saw him set off like a young man, skipping and jumping and bouncing and tap dancing.
I forgot that he wanted to be a dancer.
You step back into the forest and you make your way back to the elemental lake. On the eastern coast of the lake, the eastern coast of the lake, you can see a large wooden built fort, rudimentary, and mostly made out of broken bits of wood, trees, fallen trees, etc. Dunkus explained the guys were building it out of older wood rather than chopping down fresh trees. So these guys understand the love of the land that these natives have. As you start to get closer, you can see that they've also put up some sort of battlements, large spikes protruding from the tops of the walls. The doors quite large, quite firm, heavily built with iron locks and iron hinges. But where the wood's sort of like older and a lot, not quite as fresh as some of the other ones, you can see like sort of splits in it, and you can see all the small holes, various gaps.
Can we see or hear any Brotherhood-like creatures around?
Roll me a perception then.
Okay. A 9.
Excellent. You sort of see flickers of what might be people walking the other side of the wood through the gaps. But yeah, can't really like see or hear or guarantee anything.
Is the group that I can vaguely see like a big group of creatures? Quite individual.
It's the odd flicker, like when you're walking through a fence, you just see it
Oh yeah, okay.
in between like the lines of fencing.
Okay.
Can I peer through another hole and see if I can see anything else from another angle?
You want to look? You want to just go up and do it?
Yeah, be nosy, like, through the keyhole kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can do that.
Well, am I able to go do the Here Johnny bit?
Hello.
Here's Johnny. 13.
13. So, I mean, you go up to one of the cracks and you sort of look in like that, and you sort of you catch the back end of somebody sort of walking around a building. You can see like that there's various small creatures running around, like the odd chicken, turkey, couple of rabbits.
So are the gates shut at present?
Yes.
I'm assuming it's done via like a lever or winch or something along that line.
You wouldn't know. You can all that you can see is that there's a huge sort of like setup of black iron in the middle of the two swinging gates.
Roughly how far away is all of this from us right now?
Well, as he's just gone up to the wall and done that, you're touching the wood.
Sorry, I really should pay attention. I was looking at my phone.
It's a long day. Don't worry.
And where are we? Okay. Cool.
Your name is Rogu.
Oh, nice check. Are there any smells around? Any
Smells
odors?
the fresh, beautiful elemental lake, just flowing in the breeze. It's like a car freshener. It's wonderful.
Is there a hint of minty freshness?
Yes,
Alpine fresh. Alpine.
I think instead of sneaking, Brutus would end up just going, "Hello, is anyone there?"
And I will purposely bang, like with my maul, just bang on the wood, just like knocking on the door.
Fair enough. Yeah. So you swap back to your mall when you were at home.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. I was meant to ask you that during the thing, but I forgot. But it's fine.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah. So as you sort of hello and a sort of knock, you hear like there's a couple of squirrels sort of run down the wall.
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't have any nuts on me, I'm afraid.
Sweet squeaker.
Especially on Dudley, one of the squirrels sort of round his leg, sort of like right up his hip, just sort of sits on his shoulder.
On whose shoulder?
Dudley's.
Yours.
Oh. Hello?
Just chirping away, just quite happily chipping away.
Do apologize if I disturbed your home.
And it just sort of runs back down you, back up the wall. And then within sort of a couple of seconds, you hear a voice come from over the wall. Hey, you are?
Curious?
And smelly! That's not nice. Behave yourself. Sorry. And you sort of see this sort of head sort of just pops over the top. Hello!
Oh,
Hello? Oh.
Oh my
Who are you talking
God!
to?
Hello, I love squirrels. Please let me in.
God save us.
I'm such a big fan of squidgies. The
Oh, what?
squidgies.
Squidgies.
Oh, squidgy.
I wish he said furries because that would have been funnier, but
Not accusing a man of doing
I
that.
don't think Stefan even knows what a furry is.
Oh, I bet he does.
I
But
bet
anyway,
he does. Yeah.
The guy sort of just leans over the top and just yes, what can we do for you?
We're here to see if you'd let us in so we can ask a few questions.
Main question first, who are you?
I'm Brutus.
Very nice to meet you, Brutus. And
Grogu.
Dudley.
oh my god, I'm Hans, and I made the greatest espresso with the lemon twist.
Don't try it.
And I am A55.
Hello.
Okay, great. So I've got your names. Who are you?
Well, we're technically advisors for Governor Constantine. Advisors, is that the right word?
Constantine, great chap. Is he feeling okay? He was a bit under the
No,
weather when we let him go yesterday.
no, he's on the verge of death by the looks of it.
Well, shit. Come on in.
Thank you.
And as you sort of step in, the you hear a and the what's pulling the door open is a giant brown bear.
What a magnificent creature.
That's not normal.
Is he friendly?
He just kind of, as you went, what a magnificent creature, he just kind of goes,
Oh, are you friendly? Do you want some scratchies?
and as you sort of say that, it sort of just fades back down into like a 5'9" kind of guy. Just, you all right? Keep that to yourself.
Oh, beg your pardon. I didn't realize you were a druid.
And then you sort of
Makes me squills.
squills. As you look, when you look through and you saw those random creatures, you see all these random creatures sort of pop out of holes and things around. And you know, they sort of all start to gather around you at the front gate.
Sorry to be a pest, but I don't suppose you've got anyone who's suffering from Malicore, do you?
And as you say that, all of the creatures sort of like all start raising up and
That's creepy.
various sort of 5 foot, 6 foot tall elves, all pointed ears.
Because I don't know how. I haven't seen a druid change. I mean, I cover my eyes.
It's okay, Mr. Dudley. It's fine. It's fine.
What, they're covered?
Kind of.
And again, they're all wearing very sort of naturalesque clothing, you know, like leathers, hides, furs, all quite, yeah, very very naturesque. Maybe a bit of Hessian, you know. It's kind of the Malicore. Yes, we have been made aware of this. We've been trying to talk to a couple of the local natives, but yes, more than one. Quick, come, follow.
Yeah, I'll go along and follow.
The one that's grabbing, he sort of almost grabs your hand, Brutus, and sort of like starts pulling you. Cleric, right? Yes. Come with it. I'm gonna this way.
We'll give it away. Okay, slow down. My legs won't go too fast.
I think it's a symbol.
They sort of drag you into one of the rooms. And you can see that there's sort of four beds with various sort of each person looks like they're at various stages of the Malicore. One looks very similar to Constantine with the white eyes and the few veins. Others look like flesh is almost rotting off of their face and like dropping. Fingernails like elongated and starting to curl round. hands almost thin to nothing but bone.
Is there like a difficult to explain? Is there like a common theme between the appearance of these people, like, or does it seem just like random infestation to our
And
eyes?
just four elves laying down on the bed with a
Mm.
similar ailment to your buddy Constantine.
Mm.
Do they all have that like magic light from the center?
Magic light from the center. The center only appeared when you tried to kill them. That well, you mean when you tried to do
When
something?
yeah.
Yeah, that only appeared when you tried to do something.
Okay. What happened to all these four? Were they in the same place at the same time? Can you give me more details?
Oh well, yes, we were out hunting in the woods, south of the elemental lake. Bit of hunting, bit of fishing. You can catch some really weird fish in elemental lake. But yes, we returned yesterday, and during dinner, these four and governor try your name English, and Governor Constantine fell ill. We tried to patch Constantine up as best he could, but he really wanted to go home, so we got him delivered back to New Serene as best we could. But stubborn young man, isn't he?
It takes a little bit of wrestling, but yeah, he'll come round eventually.
But
Fingers
yes,
crossed.
these four and various what we can see is various stages. We learned from a couple of the natives that the um, south of this island that yes, this is an illness called the Malicore, created centuries ago by you know who.
And as druids, have you found any remedies or anything like that that may slow or stop at least the process from getting any worse?
We've been giving advice. The Donagada are the only ones that really know what they can do to stop this, and unfortunately, not managed to get a full conversation with Dunkus as he was feeling a bit under the weather and feverish for himself because of his own ailments with his leg from an attack from a creature, from what I hear.
Dunkus is a lot better now, so we may be able to be of further assistance.
Oh, this is good to hear. Yes, Dunkus is a very fine fellow.
Yeah, he's more friendly than the other Donagada.
Well, this is it. Well, we haven't had much to do with the other Donagada as yet. Um, although we've have attempted to speak to various members of government, and they're not very willing to discuss much. From what
I'm
we've heard,
guessing it's the reputation apparently you've got.
we've got a reputation. We've only been here for a few days. You know, lads, the reputation precedes us. You sort of hear, yeah.
So are you all loan sharks then and trying to take over the businesses?
Yes, we look like guys that are going to be taking over the businesses, don't we? Yes.
Mm.
We're just a bunch of druids that like to hunt, fish and shop. That's us. The most we do gambling wise is who's going to catch the biggest fish.
So why have we heard so many stories that you guys are, effectively loan sharks? And, try and collect debts and all that.
Yes, the as I say, our reputation precedes us, and our reputation is beyond us. Whichever further brotherhood this has done, it's whatever we do, we're doing it wrong, because we definitely don't earn as much money as these gentlemen that we're portrayed to be.
Can I do an insight check just to see if there's any?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Oh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I mean, yeah, this guy's the talking to you. I mean, he by looking at them, you can see that they're not exactly rolling in money. I mean, they built their fort out of old wood, not even new wood. They're all wearing natural clothing, made out of weeds and hessian. hide and furs. It's, there's no finance visual to you while he's telling you all of this.
Okay.
I know we didn't get the name of that little was he Irish? I can't remember. Little Irishman that ended up being in the fighting circle. But can we kind of? I'm curious if we can understand whether he's part of this kind of group or not.
Little
I
Irish.
can't remember the description, so I can't really describe him to them.
The guy who turned to an owlbear and beat the shit out of a minotaur.
Yeah, that's the one. Because I'm wondering if these guys are essentially innocent and not crooked, then there might be another subset of the Brotherhood like that guy who are big roughhouses.
Yes. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have you literally asked that question? Hey, any of you guys turn into an owlbear?
Yeah. I know you, Albert, that goes fighting minotaurs.
Owlbears? I mean, that's a hell of a trick. Not something that any of us can do. I mean, you've seen it old oh my god. She-Girl, I think the name was. Bear, that's about as big as we get. The fella over there, he can turn into an ape, but yeah, nothing as big as an owlbear. That's not quite our thing. We're more rabbits and chinchillas and smaller things.
Uh-huh. And do you, in that case, know of any other druids that can turn to owlbears?
There are many druids knocking around on these 3 islands. We've run into a few. There was a small group trying to recruit various druids that we found out about. But yes, we weren't suitable for them. Let's say.
I mean,
Okay.
that's the group that's poisoning your reputation. Let's just say your group's name.
So there's another group of druids.
It seems that with the information that we've got and the information you gave us, it seems there's 2 groups of Feather Brotherhood.
Interesting. I mean, we do like to frolic and play in the fields, but not from not in the same way as these ones, as it appears.
So do you know where these other ones, these ones trying to recruit, where they may be then?
Well, that is a good question. I mean, if you're saying that they're, did you say that they're used to loan sharks? You actually used that term, didn't you? If you're saying that they're financially sound, I'm not sure they're going to be living out in the middle of the woods. They may be camped out in one of the main cities. If this is their aim, if their aim is business and finance, then yes, living out with us, we're just, as I say, hunters and fishermen.
So remind me again, because I've forgotten the lady, not counselor, but the one on Saint Matthias.
The party animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alden.
Mother Cardinal.
Mother Cardinal, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Is her sense of magic druid like? I can't remember the phrasing you gave us, but I don't know. I just made that connection. Whether she has anything to do with it. If they are living in one of the big cities, then it might have something to do with the old Teleme.
The Mother Cardinal is cleric-esque. I mean, most of the ones that were in Teleme were clerics and paladins.
Okay.
Clerics, paladins, maybe sources of the light. Anything with divine magic.
Okay. I think I'm trying to artificially ham all of the stories together so we can solve them all in one go.
Oh my God, with all our loose ends, mate, that's a lot of weaving.
Okay, fair enough. Ignore that then. Oh. Okay, so I think the only rule, because we only know of really 3 main cities, and that's the kind of the main city of each island. New Serene, we've kind of got very familiar with. What's the,
You haven't really been in Hickman much.
No,
You
that's
sort of
true.
visited there once, did a few bits, and then left.
Yeah.
We've been there 2 times.
Was it?
Because the second time we tried to go stop a angry mob of stuck-up pricks and some very angry pensioner. We're trying to go send the natives or the savages, as they put it, out of their city.
And wasn't it in the fight pit in the Hangman's Trousers where that big owlbear guy was? So they might literally just
Yes,
be
in
next
Hitman.
door. Yeah.
That was it.
Okay.
So if we have to, which I bloody don't want, go take up on his challenge.
You forget I'm the champion now. Champion.
Yeah,
You've
Champion.
champion. I understand, but I don't think that guy's gonna go wrestle like me and you did.
Oh yeah, good point.
If it helps, Mr.
I think
Dudley,
he's a bit snug. If you catch my drift.
If it helps, Mr. Dudley, I mean, if he allows duos, I'm more than happy to support you. And together we will win.
Okay. So that sounds like that might be worth doing then, having a scope around Hikmet and see if we can find any trace of these more brutish brotherhood.
We can always go talk to the chap. You can turn to an owlbear, as he has no malicious intent. I spoke to him last. He just likes friendly competition.
Okay.
Things might have changed since the last time.
Only
Are
one
any-
way to find out.
Are any of the poisoned or ill elves able to speak?
Yeah, you can try and talk to them.
So do you lads have any idea exactly what may have triggered this outbreak of disease? Do you recall anything particularly strange happening in your outings?
Just food and water, and you eat what you catch.
And did you catch anything strange?
No, I mean, strange island, strange fish. Tasted all right.
Okay.
Don't let the fish headbutt you, whatever you do.
Okay.
Why?
Forehead's made of concrete. Look. And he sort of raises his hand and sort of points over to the wall. And on the wall, you can see, when people display their fish. You sort of see a fish is like 3 foot long, and its head bulbous and huge. It's like it's got a football on his forehead.
So have any other groups fished out of the elemental lake?
Well, he sort of the natives fish out of the lake all the time. That's how we spoke to him about what to avoid and what to eat. As we say, avoid the knuckleheads, they hurt.
But have any of your group fished out of the lake? Because there may be a weird if foreign types fish out of the lake, then they get stricken
Well,
with this.
all of us ate the same thing.
Okay, fair enough.
These four to Constantine to us, we all ate the same fish that came out of the lake. I mean, you saw Constantine's gorgeous deer hide, absolutely stunning. That venison was.
Is there anything that Constantine and these four have had that you did not while on the journey?
Not that I'm aware of. We drank the same water. We ate the same meats. And he just sort of goes, guys, anything? And then just all just one of the guys on the end of the bed, you sort of see him hand up, he goes, and just all this black ichor just explodes from his mouth.
I mean, we could. Oh, sorry, Carl.
No, I'm trying to think. I don't really know what I can do with it. I mean, I could put it in a vial to try and test it, but I don't know how I would test it. It's not like I have a chemist kit. But it's something that we don't have.
I mean, you do have those sciencey types in Hikmet. They might be able to.
We've got plenty of empty vials.
Yeah. You know what? I will go over it and I'll put some in a vial, obviously being careful not to get any on me.
Oh, you're going to take some of the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Just put it in a vial. And then take it over there and see if we can get any answers.
While you're trying to put the stuff into a vial, roll me a dexterity save.
Oh, no.
13.
Okay. The guy, I mean, he's very weak in state. He just coughed up this. He sort of, as you're there and just like gently trying to scoop it off of his chest, but it's just sort of sitting, amalgamating, like congealed blood. He goes, and as his hand goes up, it's almost like he tries to scratch you, like tries to get you, like tries to grab you.
Okay.
But you managed to step back holding the vial, and with that, the body lands back and lifeless.
Oh, shit.
All four of these went on the camping trip, correct?
Yes.
But they're all at various stages.
Some went quick, some went a lot quicker than the others.
Have they been what's the word? Like
Assessed.
No, like being near light or more than the others. I'm trying to think of the word. It's not aspected, but
no, we
exposed.
We returned exposed. We returned from the trip. We placed the gentleman. I mean, the spare bed at the end that belonged to Constantine, but Constantine has left. We have sent word to the villages. We have sent word to Hikmet to try and get Dr. Asili out. Whether there's any medicines that they've created that might help to slow, we don't know. But we've done our bit to try and get these. But see to him.
From our initial gatherings, we can say that do not expose them to light, keep them in the dark. Light will only accelerate the symptoms.
It's good to know. Yeah, thank you.
And from our discussion with Mr. Dunkus, the only way to slow it down is by going to one of the shrines. But there is no cure at the moment, so I'm unable to do much, unfortunately, other than give you that advice.
Some advice is better than no advice. It's nice to know that Dunkus is up and about again. We must try and get to the village and have another conversation.
I think we may have to take our leave though, because we need to try and find a solution as soon as we do. And if we come with anything, we will return and give you answers.
No, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it greatly. Yes, we would. Yes, we will. We will keep them in the dark. And I mean, we're. Yes, no, we appreciate it. Thank you. I'm struggling to show my gratitude.
No, be careful of magic as well, because it is magic based. They do not
Well,
like magic.
In being druids, we are magic based. We don't use magic. We are magic.
I know, and
Perhaps
that's probably
this is a reason why the Malicore is taken to some faster than the others.
But it does seem odd that it's only affecting a few rather than everyone if everyone went on the hunting trip.
It's true and very confusing, yes.
Is there any difference between perhaps you and the four there? Is there any... Just trying to think outside and see if there's any difference as to what may be the cause.
Only by age and change. I mean, all of us are skilled changelings, but we only change into the one animal. We're not multi-tasking druid. We just So I mean, if you say we said chinchillas, squirrels, I mean we have our bear. You know, it's useful to have when something big and scary comes out of the woods. But yes, I mean, I suppose possibly no.
Anything at this stage may help.
And he sort of looks over the four and he kind of goes, fox, wolf, panther, time. And then he sort of it's like squirrels, chickens, chinchillas. And he goes, the only thing that separates them is that they are carnivores.
But you also ate the meat, didn't you?
Gosh.
Well, no, because they change to carnivores.
The
animals that they change into.
Interesting.
So he goes through the list and it's like, it's a fox, it's a wolf, it's a panther, it's a tiger. So they would be carnivore. Everything else is like chipmunks and squirrels and chickens.
Why would Constantine be affected unless he's a druid himself?
Yeah, we never asked what Constantine was, did we?
No. But this could be a massive breakthrough right now.
22 weeks. 22 weeks.
All I can think of is because he killed the elk. So he's technically classed as a predator.
Yeah, but so did the others. It was a massive hunting trip with everyone, except the four druids in the bed morph into carnivores instead of like herbivores.
Yeah, because we haven't seen really any carnivorous animals and wildlife on Hickmet yet, have we? Although we saw, where would you class alligators as carnivores? No.
Alligators are carnivores.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Crocodiles.
Crocodiles, sorry.
Allidiles, yeah.
And allidiles.
No,
they're in the next session.
You haven't got to the allidiles, yeah? It's crocodiles.
That's a different island. But yeah, allidiles.
You hear. Actually, no, go on. I'll say you hear. Roll me a perception while you're having this conversation.
Everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
That's a 10 for me.
2.
6.
Okay, so fine. Brutus with his 10. You hear a loud roar from outside. That's it.
Did any of you hear that?
Okay, what?
The
Some-
the one that morphs into a bear disappears quite sharp, and almost as soon as it steps out of the door, morphs into the bear and starts shutting the gates. And you just hear a, it's back.
What's back?
There was a loud roar I heard.
And again, now you're outside, you hear a.
We may need to investigate. There could be more clues to this condition.
As you sort of run outside, you see a couple of them look up into the sky at the point, and you can see a huge winged creature sort of flying over the top. Not massive, not like rock size, but you know, a good 20, 25-foot wingspan. Flies over the top. It's silhouette in the sun, sort of struggling to make it out. As you're doing this, you notice that the bear drops down onto its back. Almost as if it faints.
When the creature in the sky, is it anything we've seen before? Is it is it like Screech's species?
No, much bigger. You can see that it's sort of like long, and there's a long thin tail behind it as it sort of loops around the top a couple of times.
Does it look hostile?
The roar doesn't sound very pleasant.
We'll take that as a yes then.
How long has this been attacking?
The 3 days, and you sort of but hey, sorry, Jeds, get to cover, and they're just you can see them, they're all just bundling, trying to pull. They try to pull this bear who's conscious on the floor, trying to drag him into the door.
Mr. Dudley,
yes.
please give them a hand. And I'll distract whatever this is temporarily.
I'll do so.
Yeah.
Just Dudley runs over and helps. That's fine.
And I will use guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. Oh man, yeah, because you're what?
Yeah, at level 2.
Fire.
That's a 22 to hit.
Nice.
22 hits.
In which case it does 17 points of is it
17 points?
Yeah, 17 radiant 17 points of radiant damage, and the next attack has advantage.
Okay. Cool. Let's put that in front of the gate. Does that work there? Kind of works there. No, I'm just trying to get this ready. Yeah, that'll do. Just like yeah, smashing. Right. The gentlemen managed to move themselves indoors, and as they do, swooping down out of the sky and landing on the top of the fence, a huge creature with monstrous wings. And when I've got myself ready, let's roll for initiative.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a blue delic.
It is actually.
Oh, that's.
Oh damn!
Oh, that's a
Oh crap!
Manticore.
No. Oh,
That's a
crap.
Manticore, right?
It is a Manticore. Yeah.
Oh, I so
Oh.
love my mythology. I'm so happy right now.
Oh, I love mythology. Oh fuck!
I love mythology, but oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Giving us some bloody Manticore.
That's a bit of you. I like
I love a Manticore. So cool. I don't really want to hurt it now.
that.
Well, no, that'd be his bloody dinner.
Fair point, Mr. Dudley.
Right. Let's roll for initiative, shall we? 20 and above. Awesome. 15 to 20.
Oh no!
Oh God.
Oh dear. 10 to 15.
Oh shit!
Oh, they.
Wow.
Oh no!
5 to 10.
Yes,
6.
I got 7. The
Oh.
Roku's just there, just
No.
having.
Okay.
Roku's not even in the combat. He's still waiting. He's just looking in the air.
Is it my turn yet?
Is there something there?
I hear these noise.
Yeah.
What is the
What's the
silhouette?
problem, guys?
It's just a pigeon. Calm down.
Right.
And a
Well,
big ass pigeon.
with an 18, the Manticore's going first.
Oh, heck, my life.
So yeah, I'm going to use the book on this one. I don't normally do that. But,
Oh no, we're in a line.
Huh?
It's got a breath of a move.
Okay, well, we can move afterwards.
you're actually wrong. Manticores do not have breath.
Now that's surprising.
Yes. But the Manticore's going to not necessarily. Straight in.
Oh, it definitely is pretty.
Mm.
And it is going to multi-attack on this poor space dark light sorcerer cleric elf.
Brutus will be protected by the light.
I'm sure he will. Well, he is on the first attack. Second claw attack. Well, that's only a 12 to hit. I know you're squishing me, not that squishy.
No, I'm not. Bearing in mind I'm wearing a shield and a flail.
Tail spike. Yay! That's going to be 21 to hit on the tail spike.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Nice. Oh, that's a ranged attack. That's good. Right, we'll claw that. One of them. Wow, full damage. 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Dudley didn't like it, you ran away already.
You would too, you seen that coming at you.
I don't know. I'll probably try and give it a cuddle first. And then after I died, then I'll worry about
Yeah, you'll be the feeder.
it.
You
Right.
feed it, and then
Brutus.
Okay, I'm gonna. I can use my bonus action to not take an opportunity attack, can't I?
You can, yeah, so you can use disengage.
Yeah, I'll use disengage as my bonus action, and move like to my rear by about more diagonal, so between the building and Dudley by about 15 feet.
Is disengage a bonus action or is it an action?
Let's have a look. Bonus action. No, it's an action because I don't have
Yeah, that's
the feat.
Tis what I thought.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just stay there and tank it then in that case. But I will use while I'm here, I'm going to use Scorching Ray.
Cool.
So that's 3 attacks with that.
Yep.
So 19 for the first.
Yeah, that hits.
26.
Yep.
And 18.
Yes, all 3 of them.
Okay, so it's gonna take 19 points of fire damage.
Lovely. Yep, cool.
And that's my turn done.
Awesome. Dudley.
I'm in my head, as I say, because of the little spectral thing is in my premonition kind of thing. I said, I'm not saying I don't care if you don't accept me at this moment. You, I'm calling on you, no matter what.
Yeah.
What you care about. I'm gonna rage
Yep.
and stand in front, so I could, and I'm gonna go club this thing in the head.
Cool. You still not got your dice out your butt.
No comment. 17 to hit,
17 hits.
so it does hit.
Yes.
Cool. That is max damage, so that is 17 points of bludgeoning.
Wow. Got to do best. There we go. Nice. And he's so angry.
Well, when you get told that you're not accepted, it ticks you off.
I feel you. Oh, I feel you.
That's my turn.
Okie dokie. Then it will be Rogu's.
Cool. So I would like to scuttle around 10 feet to Rogu's left.
Rogu's left.
Lovely. A little bit more, just so I can be in line with. Oh no, so keep going left of where I was, just a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more.
You're hitting a building.
Okay, slightly up and into the left, so I do not hit the building.
Then you want to go there?
Yes.
Okay.
On my way past, in my scuttle past, I'd like to breath weapon onto the person in question with big wings. Could you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
I can certainly try. +3. 15.
Okay, you succeed, but will take 3 cold damage.
Okay.
Then if I were to drape my over-the-shoulder image projection cape over myself, would that be an action, or is that kind of something I can do for free?
I mean, I'd let you do that as a bonus action.
Okay, cool. So after I do the breath weapon, I'd like to drape myself with my cloak and project an image as if I'm not there, and then continue scuttling the rest of my distance left.
Technically, you can do that as a bonus action because you're a rogue.
Ooh, can I? Ooh.
Technically, it's uncanny action of
Yeah,
hide.
it's uncanny action to hide. Yeah. Hello.
Oh,
Violet.
okay.
No, I was just explaining to Rogu
Oh, okay,
Okay.
thank you.
or Jack.
Because I was going to get him to roll me a stealth.
Ah,
Oh, shut up.
I'm sorry.
Roll me a stealth.
Just trying to be a good teammate.
A good teammate. You mean metagame?
Yeah, I was going to say that's metagaming.
Not really. I was just explaining what his idea was like.
I appreciate it, Ray. I need all the help I can get. Thank you.
Can punish me afterwards, James.
My stealth was 23.
Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. Very good.
So now, in theory, I'm in that position and I'm hidden myself in my cape.
In
And
theory.
that's the end of what I'm doing.
Yes. Cool. The Malicore didn't appreciate getting smashed in the face by a hammer,
Buy me a river.
although it wasn't. It's going to make 3 tail attacks. So the first tail attack you're going to miss because I'm rubbish. The second tail attack is going to be a nat 20,
Hits.
and the third tail attack is going to be 18.
Hits.
So let's get the right dice. Where is it? There it is. So attack 1 that hits. Ooh, okay. 16. 22. Plus 6. 28 points of piercing damage from this spiked tail with razor sharp half to 14 because you're raging.
Yep.
$28 would have been scary. You would have gone like, fuck for that.
Oh, definitely.
But I don't know, 20.
I
I'm
read
so glad I'm
somewhere.
a barbarian.
I read somewhere, I don't know how true it is, but if there's a singular hit that takes more than half of your health, then there's like an injury table or roll or affliction thing. Is that right?
There is in certain games. I mean, we're playing 5e. 5e doesn't have that.
Okay, fair enough.
There are. I mean, I could bring that in if you really wish.
No, please don't.
Why
That's
bring
just-
it up? Roku, why bring it up?
No, I'm sorry.
You know, there are definitely like. I mean, I use lots of tables. I don't use the injury or affliction ones. I mean, I use like the permanent affliction, like it might affect your intelligence, your strength, your. I mean, we had people that were getting worse as the game went on for Dungeons and Dragon Age. So I mean, I could bring all of that back. I was avoiding doing it. But if you
No,
really
please
want
don't.
it,
Forget I
then
said anything.
as a good DM, sure.
I'm just going to put myself on mute for the rest of the game.
That's it. Go proper stealth. Thank you.
Yes, right. That is the Manticore. Brutus, you're up.
I am going to use Cure Wounds on Mr. Dudley. And he recovers 9 points of healing.
Nice.
Now, Mr. Dudley, let them see the light and hit that thing.
Aye, aye.
And that's my turn done.
Oh, that's my turn. Lovely. Okay. Cool. Then Dudley, you're up.
Yep. $15.
15 hits.
Yes. 12 points of bludgeoning.
12.
And I try and slam them all down.
Nice. Yep. Big hard hit. Head really hurts. Lets out a mighty roar in your face, but still alive.
I'll just retaliate with another war. I war back.
I can see about roar. Ah!
Pretty much.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, cool. Then Rogu.
The most famous spell for every row.
Yes, you would have. You would have.
Yes. Love it.
The
It's so stupid. Yeah,
we're-
it's so
you-
fucking.
you are invisible. Malicore hasn't got a clue where you are.
Does 18 hit?
Is he still messaging?
Yes.
Yeah, because he muted himself all game. He's
Yep.
keeping to his word.
If he does this the whole session, this is going to be legendary.
Oh, I love this.
No, don't say that. He's going to do it. I'll attack with my short sword. Does an 18 hit? Yes. Your 18 hits.
Go for it, Rogu.
Striking distance. There you go.
5 piercing damage.
5 piercing. Only
Yeah,
5.
I think he's still typing, so let's see what else happens.
Oh no, it's going to be his
Plus 7 extra piercing, so 12 damage. It's a good thing I'm a translator here, isn't it? And he's going to hide again as a bonus action.
Yeah, back to a stealth roll then.
Yep. $18.
Jeez, it's not quite as good as before, but
You've been stealthier, but still decent.
okay. So he jumps in, goes, yeah, and then sort of just back under his cloak again. That's fine. Goes back to the Malicore. The Malicore still really not happy about getting his teeth knocked down his throat. He's going to make 3 attacks. 1 bite with an 18. We're on a lot of 13s today. Oh, and a 16 with a claw.
Hits.
And a 7.
Miss.
So that will be 9, 15 points, halved to 8.
Go.
There, the sort of leans back, flaps his wings with a huge claw strikes.
As a bonus action, can I quickly ask Mr. Dudley if he needs healing?
No, I'm good. Adrenaline's kicking in.
Adrenaline's kicking.
Okay. In which case, then I will use inflict wounds.
Oh, I
Oh,
always like that one.
I never really use it. That's a 19.
19 hits.
how's your go-to when you're with Blade?
22.
Cool!
22 of necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage. Well, in that case, Brutus, describe that kill.
I reach out and a burning light comes out from my palm and starts enveloping where I touch the manticore, and the whole thing starts oozing all over his body, and he implodes in a ball of glitter. Yeah, just like poof.
Glitter bomb.
Yeah. Oh my, I miss Hans being here. He would love this. And yeah, basically he implodes from light.
It's fine. I mean, as you fill this Manticore with necrotic damage, although I'd love it to just disappear into a thing of glitter. Quite work like that. It would explode in a big ichor, being that it was necrotic. But the body disjoints and cracks, and as it lets out a huge shriek, the body just falls on the floor in front of you, lifeless. Tongue sort of hanging out, one eye looking up into the sky.
Can I carve into it, but carefully?
Carve into it. Okay.
Yeah. I want to, because so we know that for like 3 days they've had these symptoms, but we also know for 3 days this thing's been attacking them and everything else. I want to see if there is any of that like black oozy. I'm basically seeing if there is any.
You want to see if it's full of black ichor?
But basically, yeah. But I don't want to get any on me, hence why I said carefully.
Yeah. It's fine. Really tough hide. Like this is like, this is beautiful. What is this? Velvet? It's absolutely stunning. Like proper lion hide. And you sort of down it, and it sort of as it opens up. No, just fresh pink fleshy blood.
Okay. Does anyone want the hide?
Is it dead?
Appears so. It's not talking anymore.
It talks.
The hide. I'll probably take the hide if anyone's not going to take it.
Talking Manticore, that's a trick. 3 days.
Now.
3 days this thing's been attacking us. 3 damn days. We came back from the hunt and this thing just wouldn't leave us alone.
Did you disturb its nest?
Not that we know of.
Kill the cub?
Again, we were hunting mostly deers and fishing. We brought back no lion hide, although this is beautiful. Look at this. Did I hear you say you wished for it?
Why, you want it?
No. I was going to offer our skilled bladesmith to remove it for you.
That'd be far better than my cutting, at least.
What's the condition of the tail of a manticore?
The condition of a tail of a manticore. So
Tail.
A manticore's tail is covered in poisonous barbs. You've got a few of them sticking out of your chest at the minute.
Oh,
That was the 28 points of piercing damage was from the tail spikes.
Sure, you don't want me to remove those, Mr. Dudley?
Let's do it quick as the adrenaline's wearing out.
I can just imagine that first one just said,
yeah, literally just grab, yank.
Now I know what a pincushion feels like.
Can the poison? Can the poison from those?
Now.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, fight's over. Can the poison be extracted from those barbs?
I mean, you could try. I mean, you'd have to have some skill to remove them.
Okay. Could I borrow one of your vials, please?
I will give you 2 because I have 2 spare.
Oh, thank you very much.
Me and Hans got some as well.
Yes, but I'm so busy. I cannot keep up with you. Sorry.
Busy from what?
So can I try to extract some poison into these vials
So
carefully?
as you pick up the barb itself is like really dry and really like it. You sort of squeeze it and nothing happens. It's like it's almost like it needs to be injected physically through like the it's natural muscle pushing it. So where it's dead, it doesn't open up and excrete poison.
But would it have like a poison sac for the muscles to use?
It will have something. It's just something in it, effectively. But the barb itself is empty. There's nothing.
Okay, so I'd like to try and find this poisonous sac, as it were.
Lovely. Well, it looks like we're stripping down a manticore. And you suddenly, a few of the guys sort of come out knives. And
I
they
haven't
just,
tried Malicore, mate.
and you just sort of hear Ellen, come quickly.
Who the F is Ellen?
One of the guys. I picked a name, right? One of the guys that sort of half cutting the high sort of runs back in, and you just hear "Oh, bollocks!" No.
I'm sure you got called Ellen.
Ellen with a D. It's fine. Like Ellen Road, Leeds.
Oh, Helen.
No, Ellen. Fuck's sake.
I thought you said Ellen.
It's still sounding like Ellen.
It makes no difference. He was a guy. He's a dwarf. He's an elf. It makes no difference. Anyway, he's run in. He shouted, "Oh bollocks!"
Oh bollocks for what?
Well,
What's wrong with your
there's only
bollocks?
one way you're going to find out.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
So
What's wrong with your bollocks?
You walk up to the door and look in, and where they've emptied the bed of the dead body, and they've started to wrap him in what sheets there were. But the druid that was the bear has now taken that bed, and you can see the eyes have turned white, and has now got.
Ah, fudge.
We need to be quick in going to Hikmet if that's our next destination to find out what this ooze is.
Did he? That's what I understand. Did he get attacked by the manticore?
No, he ran out to shut the door.
But he's a carnivore, isn't he?
Oh, damn, yeah, bear.
So he's now got the ailment as well. So what do you want to do? I mean, we can stay here, carve everything up, and then go, or go and leave the skilled bladesmiths to do the carving for us, and we can come back.
Yeah, I mean, once
think
I've got
that's a plan.
once I've got some poison, then we can head off.
You want to wait for him to carve for him to get the poison.
Or those two could head off first because they actually have the ichor and I can catch up a few minutes later.
Walking through the forest.
I'm okay with that.
Only if you're sure we'll do.
Oh yeah, I know the way to Hikmet. Don't you worry.
No, it's okay. I will stay with him. It's fine.
Okay,
Have
yeah,
fun,
I'm
Rogan.
definitely going, yeah.
Good luck.
Brutus and Dudley, you gather your belongings, and with 855 with you scoot. And you leave the encampment, and you start heading north to get to Hickman.
Mm-hmm.
It only takes a few minutes for the druids to sort of get through their, because they're quite skilled when it comes to stripping down an animal, and they sort of like they roll up the hide, and they go, "Need some cleaning, but if your mate wants it, there's the hide. But tell him I'm keeping the mine.
That's the best bit.
And then they sort of, well, you only asked for the hide.
I know.
And they sort of go, and you wanted a venom sack. Yeah, no worries. And as they sort of disembowel the middle of it, this huge football-sized bitch drops out, and they sort of like they heat a blade and cauterize the sack so nothing can leak out. They sort of hand it to you, this football-sized venom sack.
Oh,
Because you understand that a manticore is like,
yeah. I only wanted like 2 drops. Oh, okay.
You got a large supply of venom.
yeah, it's easy. Can't. Yeah, it's not really one of those ones. I mean, you want to try and bottle it?
Yeah, just get like a few vials worth.
A few vials. You got 2 vials, haven't you?
Hmm.
Okay, and he sort of ropes it, hangs it, and sort of makes it almost like a teardrop.
Mhm.
Right, I'm gonna put a hole in this, and we're gonna see how much goes in the bowl. Because I ain't holding the bottle on if you want.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
So you're not gonna hold. You're just gonna leave the bottle on the floor, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's fine.
Or
So-
both bottles?
Yeah, well, yeah, because he's literally just gonna poke a hole in the bottom of it and let it drip.
Yep.
So he sort of quickly just kind of does that, and it runs out like a very clear stream. The venom's really no, very watered down, quite translucent. It's got like a purpley greenish tinge to it. But roll me a D100.
Okay. That is 9.
No!
So you've managed to get a few drops in one of the vials. You got 9 milliliters of venom.
Okay, that's enough to poison someone. Cool.
9.
Only
it's just-
Rogu can do low rolls.
With a D100, man. It's impossible.
Hmm.
I mean, 26, it's not great. But yeah, 9 milliliters of manticore venom. And then, yes, are you gonna carry all this with you? Or you
Yeah.
or-
Yeah. Hans and I will carry it.
Oh my god, I'm not carrying nothing for you. Because that's the kind of bitch I am.
As you know, you're a bitch.
So he puts the hide over his shoulder and goes, "Oh, so really nice."
Mm,
It's
it's contaminated now. I don't want it.
so beautiful, very pretty.
Hans touched it.
The,
I want it now.
Yeah, you set off sort of like 7 minutes after the rest of your crew. In those 7 minutes, you've only managed to make a few 100 yards, really. The trudging through this bit of forest, passing your favorite unpronounceable animal, as it's quite happily munching.
Oh,
Catopopus. Or Kobe, that's what we're calling him. All right, Kobe.
Cotopus.
And yeah, I mean, you keep walking, you keep marching. Yeah, you find your way back to that path. After about sort of half an hour of trudging.
Does Kobe
There is-
recognize us?
Does the creature recognize you?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Well, it might, but it just doesn't. Yeah, it's quite happily munching.
Might be a different Catopopus then.
Could be. Could very
We'll
well
call
be.
this one LeBron.
There could be more of these sort of like 35, 40-foot long creatures walking around in this forest.
Na, 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 na.
Yeah.
Yeah.
huge diplodocus sort of just pops out of the woods. Hey, what? But you make your way back to the path, and you sort of, back to that T junction, head north, and move to the outpost. The path being so long and sort of like straight, the Rogu and Hans are able to see you in the distance as you approach the outpost.
Before they catch up with us,
You want to start?
I would.
Yes, I thought you might. You want to start dissing Hans? I thought you might.
No, I do know when Stefan's here. I'll go talk to Brutus, start saying, I know that, your business got aired out in front of us, but if you want to go talk in private, you got an ear.
I appreciate that, Mr. Dudley. It was going to come out at some point. I was just hoping it wouldn't be so dramatic, shall we say.
I know.
But all's well. I'll find acceptance one way or another.
Hopefully I'll see it.
Ah, hopefully you do too, Mr. Dudley. May you be bathed in the light as well.
Let's see what they show first.
You start to approach the outpost, and you start getting closer, and you hear a familiar voice. Hi guys, you're back.
How you doing, Jack?
Hello, Jack.
All right, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been promoted.
Oh, well
Congrats,
done.
mate.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Woo!
What's your new title then, Jack?
I am outpost guard.
Very impressive. Very prestige.
Me. I'll let you in. Open
Thank you
the
very
gate.
much.
And you just kind of hear, fucking him again. Bloody, we know to open the damn gate. Fucking.
Do we actually hear the guy mumbling?
Yeah, just mumbling profanities. Fucking open the gate. I know I'm gonna open the fucking gate. It's a stupid fucking thing.
That's not very nice, is it, buddy?
Well, somebody walks up to the gate. You got fucking open. Don't fucking tell us there.
He's excited with his new job, bro. You know he's touched.
Oh, I never thought I'd have touched you in a game of Dungeons and Dragons.
I can't use any technical terms because there's none
no,
in this fantasy game.
There are no technical terms to describe Jack. But yes, you're sort of great, gentlemen. A pleasure to see you back again. Making your way into the city.
Yes, we are.
And he sort of goes, he's mocking him. Open the gate. Already fucking open.
Yeah, sorry, they're the slowpokes in the group.
Okay, we're coming. We were really Indian then. Sorry.
Quick, close the gate, close the gate, close the gate, close the gate, close the gate.
Yeah, you sort of catch up and you sort of regroup within the outpost.
God damn it.
You all regroup within the outpost, and
Yeah.
yes, gentlemen, there have been some strange goings on recently.
How strange.
Well, stranger than watching you guys walk through. We've seen some weird comings, guys that have been sent here by, well, supposedly Governor Constantine. Signed documents saying that they're here to start business. It's very peculiar.
Yeah. Did you check the
Yeah,
papers?
well, the papers, the papers checked out. They're all legit,
Hmm.
signed by the governor himself, who we've been made aware that he enjoyed his hunting trip on the south of this island.
Hmm. Who were these shady characters? You get any names? What did they look like?
They're not shady by any stretch, just peculiar that we've got so many coming in to start businesses when obviously we're as busy as we are, especially now with the natives here.
What
Some fine
businesses?
stuff in their shops. You should give it a look.
What businesses are they opening?
It just says business. It doesn't say what. They've arrived with merchant licenses.
Not orcs.
Not orcs, no.
Hmm. Well, in the
I mean, obviously we've got the orc natives
Hmm.
here trading, and believe me, they have been an absolute breath of fresh air with some of the stuff that they brought in. I do recommend their no, not jelly berry pie. It's freaking scrumptious.
No, I'll go check on your recommendations.
Yes, marvelous stuff. Revitalizes you, trust me.
Hmm. Are your scientists able to look over something for us?
The scientists in Hikmet are some of the best in the land, which is why they have been brought to Teofridi and the New World to help discover its
Excellent.
wonders, etc., etc.
Well, that's good because we found some strange goings on. We found a few people seem to be afflicted with some disease of some sort, and they seem to be spewing out this strange black ichor. We're wondering if you could take a look at it and see possibly what it's made up of.
I mean, I'm just a soldier, but if you wish to enter the city, I'm sure Dr. Asili would be sure to give it a look over.
Have you guys heard any reports of strange illnesses, especially called the Malicore?
Not from inside the city, no reports of such illness. I mean, you've still got dysentery, but you get there when you've sat on a boat for 3 weeks.
Tell me about it. Okay, thank you.
No, enjoy yourself. Here, guys. Bye. Close the gate. Shut the fuck up.
Keep up the good work, Jack.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
There, Jack.
Bye bye.
Jonathan, is that you?
Jonathan, is that you?
I hear you, Jonathan.
Bye
Between-
bye.
Bye bye. If between Jack and Jonathan, I'll just.
Oh yeah.
they
Don't
just-
know
they
why,
just
but the
have-
simple ones work.
Yeah.
you have to have somebody funny somewhere, didn't you? But yeah, I say you wander through the outpost. You can see that the outpost is busier than it normally is. A few more soldiers. They're definitely Hikmat are definitely mounting numbers now in this outpost.
Are there any new establishments since we've last been there?
Nothing's really been built. I mean, the barracks. The barracks had quite a number of beds in it anyway. I mean, you slept there one. But the barracks has got a number of beds in there anyway. Most of them which were empty when you were there. But yeah, no, nothing new's built. No new work seems to be going on.
Are any of the new businesses set up from?
Well, you're only at the outpost, aren't you? You're meant to see.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So yeah, this is just the description of the outpost, just to say that there are more guards mounted at this outpost.
Got it.
But yes, you head past the outpost and back down the hill and into that farmland area. where various basilics are in the fields, chomping and chewing away. Some pulling plows, some moving carts. But most of them just chomping and chewing.
I do miss Brett and Bert. I wish they hadn't died suddenly.
Well, Bert, no, but you returned Bert.
Personally got munched on.
Oh yeah, true.
You returned Bert. Bert was the old one that belonged to the guy that rented out the wagons.
Okay, fair enough. Wonder if Bert is here then. Bert.
No, just shouting Bert. Just all these weird people sort of looking at him. Bert, you Bert.
He's very ill.
I'm touched. Bert.
What makes it worse is I'm the one who's got less brain cells than anyone in the game.
But you push yourselves through the farm area, and you can see farmers are busy doing their farmy kind of things. There's you hear some peculiar noises from a guy that's sort of down on his knees, and you can see him doing movement like that. Milking these basilics and etc. But yeah, they seem to be creating a very substantial farm area now. Crops are starting to grow. You're starting to see various different manners of food growing in these fields. You approach them. You start to approach the main gate. Absolutely nothing has changed. With the city, the guards stand watch. They sort of recognise you by now. They're giving you nods. And welcome to the city again, gentlemen. Nice to see you. Nice.
Thank you, Farmer Bruce.
And you wander through the city, and the city's pretty much exactly the same, except the marketplace. Wow, what a place it has turned into from your first visit. There are stalls scattered all around the center of the town square. There are wooden huts that have been sort of built, various bits of merchandise hanging from the boards. Lots of noise, lots of rabble, lots of everything coming from inside this town square.
Bloody hell, it's grown.
Wonder what the new business is on.
And you just, as you sort of get that, you hear one of those Luminawi.
I've got to look around to see where they are established.
It is you, Illuminati. Please come over. Yes, it is you. Aha! Look at this. Look at this. Look, I have job. Look, so pretty.
So glad to see it, mate.
It's all for you. Look at all this wonderful stuff. And again, you sort of look over the thing, and there are hides, furs, antlers, sort of goblets, like everything. Dream catchers, I love dream catcher. There are various other bits and pieces all sort of scattered around. Do you want to look for anything while you're there? See if I can tempt you.
I'll go see if there's anything that might catch my eye with my fellow kin's stall.
Yes, no, this is interesting. I mean, what are you going to try and look for? I mean, because the furs, the antlers, the everything. What would you fancy? What would take your eyes?
More thinking Dreamcatcher just to go ease any PTSD, bad nights.
Ah, yeah, the dream catcher is for you. Ah, this man, you suffer from bad dreams. Yes,
Yeah,
these things connect
I've
for
been
all
good
of us.
so far.
Nice, fine. Picor here. He wet the bed until he was a fully grown up. Bad dreams. Shut up. But yes, you wish to look. What do you wish for? This is yours, 1 copper piece. It is for you. We have these, and we have this, and we have this, and we have this. And you sort of one of the things that like looks, it almost looks like it's out of place, and it's sort of right in the middle of the center of the table. And there's this huge gleaming silver necklace.
What? What's the unnatural looking thing in your stool?
Oh, it's very natural. It's so natural. Look. And he sort of picks it up. And what it is a solid ring of silver. Right?
Bloody.
He puts it over his head and it fits against the collar of the chest of him, like almost perfectly, like it's been shaped as a necklace, but it's just solid silver. There's no movement to it, there's no nothing. This this right here, this show of strength in our village. This make you warrior.
Yeah. Mm. Well,
And
what's
he
the
sort he
thing?
puts it back down. He says, "You're not interested." He puts it back on the table, and as he puts it down, it goes like it's heavy. Like
What do you mean? I'm not interested.
you no move. I say, make you warrior. You just question. I did this. I've been
I'm
practicing.
asking questions of how much. That was
The
the
question.
question.
What you have trade? You don't need money. What you have trade?
Manticore belt.
Oh, this manticore belt is beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. Give. I just, oh, but I wanted it. It's so small.
Apologies, Hans, but I did ask for it
And
first.
the guy sort of he literally gets it and he goes, "Hey, that's perfectly removed. It's amazing." And he sort of goes, and he sort of rubs it and you see him sort of fold it out. Needs cleaning. I mean, look, I don't want to be picking bits of manticore out of my teeth. So,
Apologies.
but it's good. This we can do.
Cool.
This we can do. I pass this to you. And like you grab it and you sort of take it, you go, like that. It's like it's fucking heavy. Well, I put down that this necklace alone weighs sort of like 15 kilos.
Oh, bloody
Solid,
hell.
solid silver. And I'm talking like it's round. It's like that round.
But it's like a, not prestige, but it's like a title kind of thing in front of the Orcish nation.
It's when you are ready, it makes you worry.
Okay.
I just saw it.
Cool.
Starts flexing the muscles, and obviously because you're like you're not of the island, so these guys flex and they make you look dinky. You know, it's like
I understand why they are saying that. I might not be interested in it. I'll go try to put it on.
yeah. I mean, you put it on and you feel it like it. It's one of them, you know. It's on and you know it's on. You know you're wearing it. You can feel it pressing against your chest. That's how heavy it is.
At least I'll build some muscle. I'll give you that.
You feel it right on the back of your neck, pulling your head forward. Like you feel it. It's on. It's heavy.
Yep. Good purchase.
It's when you're ready, you feel it. What about you? Always wish for you. You wish for Dreamcatcher, you wish for this. And he sort of picks up this little little rabbit skull. It's like, you want this to wear around your neck?
Thank you, but I already have my tooth.
It is not for you, it's for you. Not for you either.
Okay. Did I get that Dreamcatcher as well? Did I
You did,
give
yeah,
him?
for 1 copper.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure.
You got your
I would also like a dream catcher. I tend to be visited at night by a assaulting blue hooded figure, so hopefully this will stop him.
You get
yes.
you get visited by blue hooded figure?
Yeah, so he keeps cutting me while I sleep. It's not nice.
Jeez, what? Dear, holy shit. You need more than fucking Dreamcatcher.
Oh,
But
so it doesn't work.
This what you want, this what you get. I give you special Dreamcatcher. Hold on.
Oh.
And he sort of reaches down, pulls one up, and the Dreamcatcher itself, I mean, it sticks with woven things, but this has got 2 rock feathers hanging off of it.
Okay. How much for this?
He's 1 copper, same as his 1.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Sorted. Yoink.
Not like huge rock feathers like you had.
Baby walks.
Oh, sounds good.
But yes, no Dreamcatcher. Anything for you. I know that you're a man of medicine.
Do you have anything of medicine?
There's plenty of stuff for medicine. We collect stuff, you see. We make medicine ourselves. We know how to do this stuff. We know how to make it. Unfortunately, our medicine is not allowed to be sold here. But we have ingredients to make it.
Once I finish my business, I may pop back and see what we can do.
For sure. Pleasure.
Thank you.
If nothing else, gentlemen, we continue. Come buy stuff from the island. We make very good shit.
Right, while we're here...
I go...
Oh.
Apologies. We got recommended about a berry pie.
Oh, the jelly berry pie.
That's the one.
Ah, see why you not say so? These are many jelly berry pie. Hold on. Jelly berry pie. Jelly belly pie. Yes, many jelly belly pie. And he sort of he pulls up. We have 2 ready cooked. You take?
I'll take 1.
It's very good. It's 5 copper a piece each, or 1 silver.
Who else wants to go partake?
No, thank you.
Much I'd like to, Mr. Dudley. It's not for me. Thank you, though.
1 G's to 1.
Yeah. So that's 5 copper. Yeah.
Jelly berry pie. You look after it. And he even sort of puts it in a bag. There's the and when it said looks like a pie, it doesn't look like a pie. It's not like in a thing with a crust on the top. It almost looks like it's a Cornish pasty sort of shape. So he sort of puts it in a bag, he sort of flicks it like that, and he goes, "Here you go."
Appreciate it. Oh, that's brilliant.
Calzone. That's what he's got. He's got
calzone. It's a calzone. Or a McDonald's apple pie.
Oh, now I really want one of those.
Oh, mate, I'm
Apologies.
already hungry. Stop talking about.
I'm
You're
sorry.
the one that mentioned jelly belly pie.
I mentioned Cornish pasty. Fine. Um, my phone's right next to me as well. I'm getting very tempted to get Uber. The So you sort of leave them, they start screaming and shouting and doing their, we got great stuff. No other stuff these people have. We're the only ones with this. Which is true. Because
I'll just shout out, it's true.
see,
Oh.
he fucking knows.
Oh, hell with fellow Walker.
Fine.
But yeah, but you can see that the marketplace is busy, like so busy. There's clothes stalls, there's potion stalls, weapon stalls, armor stalls. Like it's all everything's sort of pre-made here. There's no like blacksmiths or anything like that, but everything's sort of like pre-built, ready for sale.
I turn around to the guys and say, right, Mr. Dudley and Mr. Rogu, we've got a few things that we need to attain here. It may be worthwhile splitting it up and accomplishing more. Mr. Dudley, if you can speak to that gentleman regarding the fight, we might be able to get some more information and maybe some winnings as well. See if he'll allow me as a support for you.
Alright, so that's the pub.
Yeah. Mr. Rogu, can you see if you can go and find out what new businesses have been here from that contract? And, you know, if you want, please go see Bert. I know you like him. I know you're very fond of him.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, I will go and speak to the doctor and see what I can find out. Because it's very touching.
Aye. I'll run off looking
Why
for
are
Bert.
we turning Rogu more and more?
Yay. I've been hit in the head a lot. He's up on me.
I think Rogue's gonna have to turn into a druid if he starts falling in love with all these animals as much as he is.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Or at least some sort of ranger.
No, we're slowly turning into Jonathan.
Yay.
Yeah, I'll run off looking
Bye-bye.
for a basilisk like Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Oh,
But
My arms behind me back.
I love that episode.
So Bert, the basilisk Bert would still be with his owner in Tier 3D.
I don't know that.
Yes, you do. You delivered him back.
Okay, well, I will try and negotiate a basilisk and cart so that we can use it when we leave. But I'll also look for the new businesses, like
You'll look for the new businesses.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got Rogu looking for new businesses. What else?
I'm
Dudley's
looking
going to
for
the
a druid
pub
fighter.
yeah.
You're gonna go to the pub. Okay.
And obviously I'm going to the doctor for scientist.
Okay. Well, the only place that you've seen Dr. Asili was at the right hand of Governor Burton.
Okay, then yeah, I'll make my way there.
Cool. Okay, quickest one first then. So, Dudley, you head off to the tavern, which was something about trousers.
Even it's got trousers or pants in it.
It was yeah. What was it?
Blushman's trousers, or was that the other one?
No, that's Tier 3D.
Hangman's, wasn't it?
Hangman's Bluff. Hangman's Bluff.
That's the geezer.
Hangman's Bluff. That was the one in Hickman. The as you sort of walk out of the town centre and you remember the couple of pathways that you went to when you went there before, and you sort of head out. When you get through, you sort of walk through the alleyway where the tavern used to be. You can see that it's now grown it's not quite the small little pokey tavern that it was before. It's now huge. There's awnings, there's tables outside with chairs, there's barrels sort of all lined up against the wall. There's a huge new sign out the front.
Wow, it's gone up market.
And it has had a name change, which I'll just go through my notes to check. Ooh. Ooh. Yes, it was the Hangman's Bluff. Yes. And yeah, it's now got a new name, and it's now called Brothers in Arms.
Okay. Cool. All right. Not linked to anything at all.
Oh. So before you go in, I'll move to one of the other ones. Let's go. Bruce, you go up to the main building. And as you sort of step up against the door, the two guards sort of they recognize you, kind of. So, you know, nice change you've wear for yourself there, sir. Look like you've come from Tulame.
We have just come from there. Yes, my
No,
party has just come.
with your child of the light. Yes,
Correct.
tis you.
Yes.
Well, I'm afraid that no member of Tulame is allowed in this building.
Unfortunately, this is on medical standards. As a cleric, I need to speak to the doctor.
And I'm afraid that there isn't a single person in this building that wants to talk to somebody from Tulame.
Bearing in mind, I am not from Tulane, but I have come from Tulane.
And he just kind of goes, "Are you a brother of the light?"
No,
And why do you dress like this? You look stupid.
I wasn't accepted. And I don't have any other garments that are currently fitting.
What are you saying, God? Well, all right. Fine. We recognize you as the political advocate, but don't think we're letting you in lightly. We're keeping an eye on
That's more than fine with me. Thank you very much.
you. Very well. They sort of step back and open the door, and they're giving you filthy looks. Like it's you're almost sort of offended by the way they're looking at you. Or you should be offended by the way they're looking at you.
I'm not phased. I'm quite content and calm, so they'll see the light.
Of course they will. Yeah, you know the routine. Up the winding staircase, up onto the first floor. It's like I built all the buildings exactly the same.
Yeah.
Up the winding staircase, up to the first floor, through the big double doors. As you get through the double doors, there's a selection of dignitaries. That's a good word, isn't it? Sort of hovering around in the room. Governor Burton sitting in his normal spot. At the head of the hall. Rogu, what do you do to try and find out about the new businesses?
I will ask anyone that stood outside of any buildings. Oh, have you been any new businesses lately?
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, there was some lovely lovely new clothes stuff come over there. We've had some new food ones over there. They make these really nice sort of I don't even know what they are, like bready filled lumps of loveliness. We've got the new magic stall over there, and we've got this. They've got the new tavern. We've got the new restaurants over there, and they're just pointing at like so many new places have opened up sort of recently. And yes, with the new tavern, and then we've got the new den. The new den, that's a good place to go for a night out. Because you can't get the there's no more fighting in the city. They're taking away the pit. But you can go to the den if you like gambling. Um, and then no, that's about it.
And are they all, do you know, owned by the same sort of group, or are they owned by local folk?
Oh, I don't know. I've never asked. Oh, I go there, I buy me items, and I just make me way back to me. Yeah. I never thought about asking if they were all owned by the same people. Bloody rich if they are.
Okay. And have you seen any strange groups of people come in recently?
Yeah, this group of guys walked in a second ago. I mean, one of them had horns. There was a fella that was robotic like and carrying a hammer. There was a big green dude with like a big fang, and it was, yeah, you were with them.
No, I don't think I was.
Oh, must be seeing things. But we get weird fellas walking in all the time. I mean, look, look over at that one. And he points over at the natives that you just bought your dream catchers off of and bits and pieces. And he sort of points out, yeah, look over at those. Don't get any stranger than them.
Hmm. Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you, old lady.
All right, fine, yeah, sure. He called me a lady. No,
Cool. I will probably ask.
in the warm shirt.
I'll ask one more person that seems a bit more coherent.
Well, you remember I always do it on a roll because they might look fine. Hello.
Now this is what I'm looking for. Right.
You can just tell, can't you?
Yeah, all these new businesses that have popped up recently. Do you know if they're all owned by the same group?
I can't imagine they'd all be owned by the same group. That group would have to have, well, pretty much all the money in Hickman. We've got the armory, we've got the farrier, we've got the food stores, we've got the clothing stores, we've got the den. The den's a lovely place to go. I do like a game of cards. It's a lot of fun. Although we've lost the pit, and I did used to like watching people beat the living piss out of each other, but give and take in this world, I'll just grab a card and head my way back to Tier 3D. I hear they've got a couple of new champions over there now. Need to get there and see them in action. But if you're looking for really interesting, there's a couple of new magic givers. Not really dealt with them myself, not really into the voodoo part of the world, but they're quite interesting people.
Okay. Thanks for the tip,
That's
old
all
lady.
right. Sure.
Okay. And I think that's enough info for me. I'll probably see if I can meet back up with the group.
Okay. Dudders, are you actually there?
Yeah.
Oh, makes me wonder why you keep going off. You're eating still. You start heading over to the tavern, and as you sort of get to the door, you can see that inside it's massively gone up market. they're using glasses.
They do what?
Yeah, they're using glasses.
How am I gonna go drink my drink then? Mm.
But yeah, you going in?
Well, we had to go get answers, and this was where the fight was. Yeah.
Fair enough. You step inside, and as you walk in, literally every single person there stops, turns. A couple of women sort of let out like that, and that's where we'll go to break. So we go back to Brutus, who's up in Governor Burhan's hall. And as you start to walk through and head towards Governor Burhan, you sort of sitting down, you can see him swilling around a glass of some sort of liquor or liqueur.
Liqueur.
As it almost looks like this is he's entertaining. You sort of see some of the people like waiters walking around carrying these sterling silver trays.
Yeah, I'll approach him and,
full of goodies. One sort of stops in front of me and goes, "No, sir. Would you like a dibble?"
not right now, thank you very much.
Very well. And just back up. "No, sir, would you like a dibble?"
Oh yeah, so yeah, I'll make my way to the governor. Excuse me for intruding, governor. I hope I'm not disturbing anything.
Yeah. Lovely to see you again.
Pleasure's all mine. I was
Of
wondering
course.
if you've seen the doctor around, Dr. Oselli.
Yeah, Dr. Silly, yes. He is around somewhere. Sorry. Hold up. Yes, he is in his lab.
Would you mind directing me there, please?
I sure can.
Okay. Directions, please?
Oh, yes, direct story. It's been a good day. Yes. If you head downstairs and you go to the basement, and when you walk down into the basement, you will see that there are 3 doors.
Three or four?
3 doors.
Got you.
Go through the middle one.
Yep.
And you will find another door, like the hallway.
Okay.
And he will be there.
Amazing. Thank you, Governor. Apologies for disturbing your
It's
entertaining
not,
evening.
it's not a problem.
Enjoy your evening and careful of the hangover. I can sense that you might have one by tomorrow.
No, I won't be hanging over anything. I'll be, yeah. Hello.
And I'll just casually walk away and head back downstairs.
While you're walking out, roll me a perception.
9.
Oh. So as you're walking out, you hear one thing. It's very brief, very quickly. You don't hear who says it or where it comes from. But you just hear, "Hope we get more parties like this with the extra money he's making."
Okay. Interesting. Okay, yeah. From that, would I discern that it was from the governor? That is the governor's money, because it's just from the money he's making. But I'm assuming he is the governor.
You can assume.
Okay, then I will work with that. You're saying I can assume it, but would I be correct in that assumption?
With a 9, you can assume.
That'll do me. Then I'll take it.
You'd have rolled higher, you would have got more of an answer.
Perfect. I rolled a natural 30. I want to know his date of birth, insurance number. Yeah, so I'll just make my way down the spiral staircase and down into the basement.
Yeah, so when you sort of you walk down the first set of stairs, you come to that main hallway. Now, that main hallway, there are 6 doors leading off for it, 3 either side, but none of them just say
Middle, right, okay. Well, he said the middle one, so I either go to door number 2 or door number 5. Okay, I will go with door number 5.
door number 5. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you go to the middle one on the left.
Yes.
Right, so I'm doing it clockwise, right?
Yeah.
There you go, to the middle one on the left. As you sort of get over there, you sort of you pull the door in and down and you open it up. And as you look in, there's a huge office, books everywhere, massive globe sitting in the middle of it, huge oak desk. Yeah, no staircase.
Okay. Then we'll go for, you know what? Let's just do this systematically. He's so drunk I wouldn't even know. So let's go to number 6.
You step into number 6. Number 6 is a huge dining room.
Okay, number 1. Yeah, just literally go around.
Yeah. Number 1 is a guard's room. You sort of open it up and they go, "Oi!" And you can see a few of them sitting down playing cards.
Apologies. Oh, while I'm here, you don't happen to know where the lab is?
Dr. Asili's lab
Yes, that's the one.
in the basement.
Cool. And which door is that?
And he sort of leans back and he goes, "Come on in."
Oh, thank you very much. Sorry to disturb you.
He basically points at door 4.
Okay, I'll go to door 4.
So through door, so literally as you come down the bottom of the stairs, door 4 was the first door on your left.
Okay, well, not being funny, he said there's 3 doors and showed 4 fingers. So right now I'm just going by my own logic rather than drunkenness.
And as you open the door, and you can straight away you can see that there's a staircase that heads down deep dark. There's a couple of oil lamps on the wall, just lighting the way.
Okay.
The staircase is in English. The staircase is quite creaky. So it's sort of one of those. Each step you take, it's like, you know, that sort of haunted house sort of vibe.
Nice.
As you sort of creep down there, the walls are just brick. They're not decorated. They're not anything. It's just quite eerie, quite icky, quite. It doesn't suit the rest of the building. When you get down there, you come to a corridor. Long, thin corridor, couple of lanterns hanging up either side.
And at the end of this corridor is a door.
It's a door.
Oh, good. So it was right about one thing. I will approach that door, knock, and then enter.
You get to the door and you knock. Rogu's already looking for his friends. So Rogu, going by which one of your friends, your friends, one's going to the tavern, one's going to look for Dr. Asili. Which one do you want to find first?
I think I'd look for Dudley because at least I know exactly where he'd be. Whereas finding the doctor, he might be anywhere.
Fair enough. So you remembering where you went before because you were there to witness the fights, etc. So you start heading your way to the tavern. Again, shocked, surprised, and almost bewildered by how big this building has got with all the awnings and tables and how the clientele have definitely changed somewhat outside. Something Dudley might not necessarily picked up on, but everybody outside drinking, sipping out of sherry glasses, using silver cutlery to eat off their crockery plates. It's got a very upmarket.
Is there anyone dining or drinking in this establishment that we recognize? Like those hoity-toity people that wanted the natives out of town or anything like that?
Whether you pick up on any of them, yeah, you don't really know. I mean, there are a lot of people in the city, and there are a lot of people sitting down and eating. You don't necessarily pick up on anyone in particular, nor anything that they're saying. Most of them are just saying, "Oh, it's salmon divine. I do like a nice hollandaise. You must try this pesto. It's so delicious." Yes. Basically, sort of bits and
You
pieces.
do it too well.
Pardon?
You do that too well.
Thanks. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's an insult or not.
Yeah, you pull off middle-class white person very well. That's not a good thing.
Thank you. Yes, much appreciated. No. But yeah, you sort of step through. Dudley, you're inside. Everybody sort of gasps. Oh my god! And from the corner of the room, you sort of hear, you know what I mean? You are not the clientele that this place generally exudes, and you hear from behind the tavern, excuse me, don't come in here scaring my clientele. Head back to your stall and sell your bits and bobs.
Was this used to be Hangman's Bluff?
Yes, but it's been overtaken by much better clientele rather than the riffraff that used to be here.
Do you know what happened to the owner?
Not particularly, no. It was bought out by my boss, lovely fella, and now we've got this beautiful, and you can see it's all really well decorated. There are like hanging candelabras, sort of around, and it's almost like you can see you've got there's glass in the windows, and you know it's, as I say, there's cutlery, there's crockery. They're using glasses, they're not using tankards and old bits of wood to drink out of, and it's crazy upmarket, like how this is. And the people that are sitting, you look around, and the people sitting look like they're on the wrong island. They look like they should all be in San Mateos. They all look richer and wealthier. But if you remember, Hickbert was very down to earth. But yes, no. If you wish to speak to my boss, come back later. Stop scaring my clients. And at that moment, Rogu sort of steps in the door, and the same thing. Everyone just kind of goes, "There's another one," because you're effectively both natives to these islands.
Apologies for disturbing your business.
The one woman.
Who's your boss?
Who's his boss? Oh man, I need the name. Oh. Yes, the new owner of the Brothers in Arms. Lovely chap whose name I've forgotten, and I will find it out for you in a second. It's on this piece of paper. Yes, his name is Morales.
Thank you, and we'll come back later to go speak to your boss.
Fair enough. You sort of turn, and as you sort of open the door to head out, roll me a perception, both of them, because your passive is shit. And then see if you can up your rolls.
Thank you.
14.
Okay.
12.
Oh, okay, cool. So as you sort of turn and you sort of like Dudley opens the door and Rogu starts to walk out, you sort of hear a murmur from behind you. Yeah, don't rush back.
I'm sorry. I think you'll find that we are political advocates of Governor Constantine. So if you degrade us, effectively you're degrading Constantine. Oh,
Roll in
and then
intimidation.
roll me a sass check.
Bitch, please.
Yeah.
Roku's turned into Hans.
Bad influence.
It's 14.
Yeah, you sort of. Yeah, so as you sort of say this, you see a couple of the heads kind of go. I don't sort of look up again.
I'll do the finger snap and then we'll head out.
Love it.
I'd get you to roll a performance check, but I don't want to ruin the moment. You step through and Dudley shuts the door behind you. And like all the people outside, the sort of like
You alright?
yeah, lots of looking at you, not looking at you.
Okay.
What the fuck's going around here?
I don't know. Yeah, lots of definitely new businesses around here. There's some new armories, a new den. Someone told me there was even these magical places where some magical people could be. So that might be worth checking out after. Might be linked to the druids. But for now, I suppose we need to catch back up with Brutus.
We can try to find Brutus. Was this about a den?
Yeah, so the den was like the new gambling place. Obviously, the Hangman's Bluff or whatever it's called now doesn't have that anymore. But if we did want to gamble, I think the den would be the best place to do it. Might also be the best place to get some more under the radar information as well, if you get my meaning. I don't think this place is very useful now.
No. That might, if it's gambling like it used to be, we might find our guy as well in there.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, all right. Shall we head there first, or shall we catch back up with Bruty?
Let's try and see Brutus.
Mhm.
Then we can go together.
Okay. Sweet.
Do you guys start heading back to the town square, where you know Brutus was heading up to the main house? Brutus, you've got to that door and you've knocked, and you've heard a voice from behind the door saying, "1 second, please."
One.
Yeah, I was going to go with
Sorry.
one.
Ha ha!
I thought it was funny.
You hear a couple of like clang bangs and crashes. As the door sort of comes open, door sort of opens and a face sort of appears in the crack of the door. Yes,
Might you be Dr. Rossetti?
that is me. I recognize you.
Very glad.
Yes, I've seen you. You came here visiting Governor Bertrand last week or so. Yes, I recognize you. What can I do for?
I'm needing your expertise on something, Doctor.
Interesting. What ails you? Got some lumps, bumps, bruises, cuts, mumps, pumps.
What do you know about Malicore?
The Malicore.
Yes.
Well, it's something that the natives have talked about. Not witnessed it myself. Not yet, anyway.
We have a few cases, and I've witnessed it myself. Unfortunately, one of them passed away, but I did manage to capture this, and I'll pull out the vial of black ooze. Would you be able to have a look at it and see if there is any way we can reverse it?
Yes, did this come from one of the poor souls that contracted this Malicore?
Correct. The condition all seems to be, or at least the only correlation that I can see so far is they are all carnivores in terms of druid form.
Druids contracting Malicore, and only the carnivore. How peculiar. I am intrigued.
I was wondering, yes. I don't really know where else to go as my magic is limited being a cleric, but with your being the best in the region, I was expecting maybe you would be able to.
Yes, don't suck my trumpet too much. Now, may I ask, who are the wretched souls or the poor wretches, yeah, we'll go with that one, that have contracted this hideous disease?
4 of them are elven druids by the elemental lake. And the 5th and final one that we're aware of is Governor Constantine himself.
No.
Hence why I'm here for the urgent matter.
Well, I must say, please, if you leave me the vial, I will do whatever tests I can on it, and I may even pay the Feathered Brotherhood, right? The druids by the Elemental Lake, as
That's
it's
correct.
known. Yes. I may even pay them a visit and give an examination myself. But no, thank you if you don't mind me taking this.
No, can we check back with you tomorrow morning and just see if there's any updates?
I can't. Well, you can certainly try. I'm not under any illusions of this being a quick matter, but I will certainly do the best I can.
Perfect. You're very much appreciated, Doctor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And he turns, steps in, door shuts.
Light be upon you then, Doctor. And I'll make my way back. But as I do, I'll go up the stairs to the creaky stairs. And I'm going to peer into door number 5 again. From the comment that was made upstairs, it's playing on my mind a little bit. Is that room where the governor would be? Is that like his study? Would I recognize it as something like that?
I mean, there are a lot of books in there. I mean, there's a glow, etc. I mean, yeah, it is an office of such. It is very busy and very messy.
But would it look like the governor would be partaking in there for his downtime?
I mean, yeah, it looks like, I'm not going to say it's the governor's, but it looks like it's somebody's office.
Okay. In which case, then
or study, that's about it.
Yeah, I want to go in there and basically see if I can find anything of interest relating to like any business deals of late in terms of what I heard relating to the new upmarket and new founding Hikmet.
Okay, roll me an investigation.
Oh yes, 22.
Cool. So you start looking around in there, and you sort of peer, and quite a lot of the books that you can see they're all medicinal. There's like it's like there's lots of witches versus viruses is one of the books. There's herbs, perbs, and diseases, and there's a whole selection. Your premature ejaculation of me, there's loads of random bits and pieces in there.
How dare you disclose my medical conditions on the street?
But the the stuff that sort of like piles of paper on the desk, just piles and piles and piles of paper on the desk. And I mean, none of the paperwork, like top paperwork, means anything. But you root for a little bit. You take like 10, 15 minutes rooting through all of this paperwork. And underneath, you find a huge book. It's like a ledger. And, curiosity killed the cat and all of that. The page is already open. And it sits there. And you can see that there was a very hefty donation made to them maybe 5 days previous.
Does it say by whom?
It doesn't, but all it says under it is donation for your good works. And from that, you can see that they've passed out a lot of money. Money has been moved on to the coin guard. Money has been moved on to the marketplaces. Money has been moved on to the tavern. Money has been moved on, all from this huge donation. And I'm not talking, there's more zeros on there than you know what to do with.
Hey, I'm going to take the book and put it in my bag of holding.
Okay.
And then I'm going to leave and then head back outside.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. You leave the room and shut it behind you. Yeah. Still nobody there. You make your way to the front door and open it. As you step out, you get these dirty, filthy eyes from the guards looking at you again.
Thank you, gentlemen. And I'll just continue walking off. Taco would have done things differently. But Brutus is with the light.
As you start walking down the stairs, you see two familiar bodies walking around and heading back into the marketplace.
Ah, hello.
The one very
Mr.
tall and green.
Rogo, Mr. Dudley. Find anything interesting?
Yes, the good old fighting pub is now a hoity-toity establishment. Yep, so no more fighting in there anymore. But yeah, there are quite a few new businesses around. With possibly a place called the Den, we might be able to find our owlbear / Scottishman or Irishman. I forgot what it was.
He was Irish.
Irish.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's weird. I can't do an Irish accent.
I think.
Can't you, my boy? No.
Be sure to be sure.
To be sure, to be
33.
sure.
30T.
But yeah,
Third
that's
is
the extent what we
typically-
found.
Maybe worth checking out the Den then. And then once we're in a bit more secluded where not many ears can hear us, we discuss what we found.
Oh, sounds good.
Do you know where the Den is by any chance?
I do not. I should have asked.
You can always ask the other stalls, because there's plenty of others. That's brand new. Apparently, there's a magic place.
Oh yeah, I need to find out where that is as well. Okay. The people that I spoke to, who I thought were the ladies, are they still in? Can I still see them? I can go back and quickly ask them, or are they gone?
Well, the random people that you spoke to in the market that have done their shopping and gone home.
Ah, fine. Okay.
The ones that they probably weren't ladies, but you called them
Yeah.
feminine.
Okay. Yeah, I reckon just asking a random stall holder, then they'll probably know. All right. Excuse me there, stall holder.
Be shit. Hello.
Hello.
Do you know where the Den is? Hello. Do you know where the Den is?
Yes.
Could you please tell me where it is?
in Hickman.
Cool. Could you be more specific as to exactly how we can get to the specific building that is called the Den?
Of course. Ah, yes. Now, if you're wanting information, that's a different story. Grease my palms or purchase something from my store, and I will be sure to send you on your way to the Den.
What do they have at there?
I basically went, you pick one of the magic stalls by accident.
Hmm.
And when you're looking, you're seeing there are potions hanging in vials. There are various pieces of animals sort of hanging around here, from teeth to feet to eyes to all sorts of random stuff. There are a few good-looking, ornate items sitting on the table.
Oh, what do you recommend in terms of potions?
Well, I am in this for the money, so I would like you to purchase the most expensive one. But looking at you, I don't think you can afford that.
Probably not.
So perhaps something a little bit more ordinary. And why potions? Why a potion? Why not a nice ornate object? Something that it will make you look grand and make you feel grander.
Because we frequently have people trying to hurt us. So having a physical utility like a potion that can enhance our ability would be more beneficial.
But a nice ornate item that, would stop you from being hurt or would hurt them more. Surely this would be desirable to you, but if not,
No. Okay, what is the most pain-inflicting thing you have?
I can answer that. My ex-wife.
Ha! That's very good.
I don't think I can wear your ex-wife.
Well, plenty of men in Hikmet have. Now. Yes, you get it. Right. Let's have a look. Now, you want something inflict damage but won't damage your pocket. I get you. You're the kind of man that would like something like this.
Ooh.
So pretty. And all he's got in his hand is a little not so much a leather glove, but it's you can see that it sort of fits around the back of the hand, not like a gauntlet but it covers the back of the hand like that, and then just runs down to a small sort of wristband. It's just leather. There's a few runes and various bits sort of marked into it. Something that will damage them, but not damage you.
How exactly? Oh, it's just more jagged punching, is that it? Or does it have a magical ability?
Well, once you're skilled using it, and he sort of holds his wrist out, and he goes like that, and something fires out at the end and just pierces the canvas of his tent. Fuck, no, aim with this thing.
That's pretty
What
cool.
was that?
Well, and I show you again, and he sort of holds his hand, and he shoots and pings off the end of your mold, bing, and flies off.
Not that mold, no. I'll go try. I'll go get. If there's a cloth there, I do not care. I'm wiping that little smidge.
And he sort of goes, one more demonstration, right? It's got good range. And he said there, looks over one of the pots and just fires across the marketplace, and you just hear ding as it hits a pot across the across the way.
Okay, that's pretty cool. What's the
I mean,
damage?
it will require some getting used to. It's not the easiest thing to use, and I will have to start sewing. I will have to sew this up a little bit, but yes, it's a marvelous little device. And he just sort of slides off his hand and puts it down on the top. And if you want the information of the den, this is the item for you.
And what is the damage for this thing.
Well, if coinage is something that you're struggling with, excuse me, I'm always willing to trade. What do you have?
I have 1 minute. I need to look in my book. Nope, I don't have that anymore. Get rid of that. I lost that. Necklace with sun on it. Nope. Receipt for hire for Bert. Nope, don't need that anymore.
The receipt for the hire of Bert. Wow.
Oh, I have 2 goblets that I found in a cave that Saint Matthias was in. And I'll pull them out. You want these?
Extremely excited, sort of just, whoa. Saint Matthias, you say, yes? Yeah.
Yes, I think so, if my notes serve me correctly.
He sort of holds them next to each other like that. And he looks at somebody not there, but he sort of like catches eye contact with somebody across crossing another stall. Roll me a perception.
Okay. Mm. 16.
Oh yeah, you see him something, he sort of taps them together and goes like that. Quite excited.
Are they worth something then? Right, what else do I have? That sounds too valuable. Don't want to get rid of that. But then again, I don't know what it's for. Although we could look into it. Yeah, all right, fine. I want to get rid of them. Mystery blue. No.
Did you take them back?
Yeah. I don't know. What does everyone else think? He seems excited by these.
It's your stuff. You do with it as you please. Don't ask me.
No, but I'm not clever. I need clever people to answer my questions.
You're asking the only clever one in the group at the moment is Brutus. He's the only one who's brains.
And I have no need for
Character-wise.
materialistic items.
And yeah.
What about A55 that is more in tune with the whole religion thing?
Hello.
Should I get rid of these? Are they some sort of holy goblets sent from a deity to give life to Christianity or something? I don't know.
Christianity. Don't just ask me. Ask Brutus. Brutus, Arcana check on these goblets.
Very well.
God damn it.
You're relying on me now, Roku. Sorry. That is 11.
You get that there's a sense, there's a little aura around. Can't tell what it is, but there's an aura.
There is something about these goblets that may be more worth than what you'd be trading for. I can't tell you what it is, but there is definitely something.
I say live life on the edge. I can see, sir, that you're very excited by these goblets. So surely you can trade more than just this glove and information about the den for these 2 goblets. What else would you be willing to give me? All of your potions?
No, they're not that good. Tell you what, bring it. Yes, it. I'm a thinnish woman comes running across one of the stalls. So like looks like it's full of lots of like brass and bronze and antique type things. And sort of runs over and she goes, "This, that's the one, thank you. Shoot. So I don't have anything to offer you. would work for this, but if you wish for the gauntlet, and I will put this in, and it's a brass oil.
Oh,
What?
It's a brass
So you
oil.
got repulsor gauntlets or gauntlet and an oil lantern.
Yeah, a brass oil lamp.
Oil lamp.
Oil lamp.
okay. I think because Rogu is quite stingy with money, he thinks he's being shafted here. But then again, yeah, we don't need the information of the den from him. We literally have thousands of other people to ask. I don't know why I feel this is like a make or break situation just talking to this guy. Yeah, I don't think Rogi would go with this deal. I think he'd be curious
I
of what
believe, and it's all like looking at the gauntlets. The guy's like, I believe you're making a mistake. This is a
So-
lamp like no other lamp.
What does the lamp do?
This lamp has got magical powers beyond anybody's usage. But if you're magical enough to use it, and unfortunately, people in Hickman are not magical enough to use it. I'm sure one of your friends would be magical enough to use this. Yes, especially you, sir. Oh my God, I would so be able to magically use it. It would be beautiful.
Okay, how would you magically
yeah.
use it?
Brutus, roll me another Arcana. Because I can't do it with Harms or A55 because
19.
mate, magic punches you in the face from this lamp. It hits you hard.
Sucker punch.
Rogu, whatever that lamp is, has more magic power than I'm used to.
Mm,
It's intense.
okay. Okay. My financial advisor has sold me. You've got a deal.
Gentlemen, if you wish to find the den, right over there.
Thank you.
And he like literally he points down one of the side alleyways off of the center. But yes, you are down 2 goblets. You are up a slingshot bracelet.
Slingshot bracelet. Okay.
Works the same as a crossbow.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Doesn't need to be reloaded.
Doesn't need to be. Ooh. Nice.
Now you got a decent ranged attack.
I've got a question. Because of the gauntlet kind of thing.
Yep.
Would you, by any chance, have something that could throw my weapon and it comes back to me?
I have, but they're a bit out of your price. I know what you're on about. You're on about the same gauntlets that I gave to Drago in the last campaign. Yeah,
Yes.
bit out of your price range at the minute, I'm afraid, there, fella. These are currently sitting at a nice tidy 15 platinum.
Ooh. Fair enough. Buddies, I know where to go to.
Mate, we're not the only magic stall in the land, but we are the best, and we thank you for your business. And enjoy the lamp.
Does the lamp do exactly?
I'm sure one of you magical beings will be able to figure it out. I bloody couldn't.
Well, thank you.
A deal is a deal. Farewell.
See ya.
Bye bye.
I love the simple characters. They make me giggle.
So yeah, so if you put the oh my brain, if you put a light crossbow in your inventory,
Okay.
that's what your little thingy is.
Okay. Shall do.
And as you walk away from the store, and you hear him and the woman giggling and clinking together the two glasses, or gauntlet or cups or goblets. They were goblets. You sort of walk away, and you start heading down the alleyway towards the den, and that's where we'll leave you for tonight.
Yeah, lovely.
I do believe my players are starting to not trust me, but now they have a magic lump. I hope they have fun with it. And till next time, take care.